Our strategic repositioning requires us to build on our sources and project a forward-looking agenda that resonates with the hopes and aspirations of Nigerians. I am here promising that we are doing that. I have a commitment to our manifesto, progressive ideas, and the belief. The policies are difficult. There is no way Nigeria could have survived the continuation of oil subsidy. There's no way. Today I can beat my chest, and each of the governors here, that allocations to the states is tripled. We have enough funding for the local government. We have NEL fund to fund our children in the school. We can steer the future of this country and make a difference. I like what is happening around the world. If anything, it is teaching a lesson that we, particularly Nigerians, as a great African country, can build ourselves and help Africa to grow. I just say thank you very much.
The current president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on assuming office in May of 2023, removed the long-standing petrol and fuel subsidy. This was met by a lot of complaints from Nigerians for the removal of the subsidy, which saw petrol prices go as high as over 1,400 naira. This is for a country that produces crude oil and is one of the largest producers in the world. A lot of people complained, but this could actually be a very smart strategy by the President Tinubu administration. In this video, we'll talk about exactly how President Tinubu might have turned what would have been the most crippling economic decision into one of a hard financial gain for the country. If it's your first time on my channel, consider clicking the red subscribe button and turning on the notification icon so you do not miss future videos from this channel. Moving over, Sunday Dare, a special advisor to the President on Media and Communications, revealed that Nigeria stands to gain about $7.5 billion annually from the removal of the fuel subsidy. In his Tinubu reforms tracker released on a Tuesday in the past, Dare said the tracker will regularly examine the impact of Tinubu's reforms in 13 selected sectors and the progress made in terms of initial impact revealed. Each ongoing initiative will be examined by their potentials or results in immediate, short-term, mid-term, and their long-term gains. The areas covered are oil, the oil sector, manufacturing sector, reforms, the CNG initiatives, credit corp, education loans, youth sector, reforms, among others. He noted that the president is committed to delivering on these reforms for the benefit of Nigerians, revealing that the reforms will unlock $2.5 billion in oil and gas investments. He also noted the introduction of two pricing tiers for petroleum products, one by trucks and another by sea. Positive notes from President Tinubu, oil and gas sector reforms, as Nigeria is expected to make $7.5 billion previously spent on oil subsidy. But how are Nigerians reacting to this situation? Nigeria's inflation rose for the second straight month in October 2024, climbing to a 4-month high of 33.9% from 32.7% in September of 2024. As of May of 2023, before the subsidy removal, the headline inflation was at 22.41% as against April 2023 headline inflation rate of 22.22%. The current rise was driven primarily by escalating food prices, soaring energy costs, and ongoing volatility in foreign exchange markets. Food inflation, which makes up most of Nigeria's inflation basket, quickened further to 39.2% in October, up from 37.8% in September, amid reduced harvest caused by severe flooding and ongoing crises in key agricultural regions in the country. Transportation inflation also picked up to 29.3%, driven by higher petrol and gas prices after subsidy removal, while housing and utilities inflation rose to 28.8%, up from 28.6% in September amid higher electricity tariffs. The core inflation, which excludes the price of volatile agricultural products and energy, quickened to an all-time high of 28.4% in October 2024, up from 27.4% in the previous month. Before we go ahead on the video, what do you think about the Nigeria's fuel subsidy removal? What will continue to move over to the next video and the next topics. After the subsidy removal, the Nigerian government introduced the compressed natural gas, which is the CNG, as an alternative for Nigerians who could not afford to use petrol for both industrial and transportational activities. But in a recent development, as of the 3rd of September in 2025, CNG prices hit 450 naira as federal government of Nigeria withdraws the subsidies, according to an article from Punch newspapers. Amid long queues and insufficient refilling stations, the cost of 1 standard cubic meter of compressed natural gas has jumped from 230 to 450, which is almost a 100% increase in a short period of time. However, while trucks pay 450, car drivers and commercial drivers still enjoy some subsidies as they pay 380 for 1 standard cubic meter of what the government calls a cheaper alternative to petrol and diesel. The program director of the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative, Michael Oluwagbemi, did not answer calls to his phone on Tuesday. However, an official who did not want to be mentioned because he was not authorized to speak with the press confirmed the new development. The source explained that commercial drivers pay less to ensure the cost of transportation does not go up. The refueling stations now sell at different prices for cars and trucks, so the price depends on the type of vehicle, whether it is a commercial bus, a truck, or a private car, he said. Asked if the type of vehicle should determine the price of CNG, he said, there is a subsidy on commercial vehicles. The price is subsidized for commercial vehicles. Trucks transporting goods pay higher prices, while private cars and buses that convey passengers buy at reduced prices. There is supposed to be a subsidy across the board, but there is a current situation, the source stated. Aside from the price, he said the major focus of the PCNGI is to ensure that there are more refilling stations across the country to reduce the long queues. Our main focus is to increase availability of gas. We want to build more refilling stations so that no converted vehicle owner will complain that he doesn't have a place to buy CNG. Some have converted their vehicles, but when gas is not available, they'll be running on petrol. So our major drive is to increase the number of CNG stations nationwide, he stated. If you've come this far in this video, it means you are truly concerned about the fuel subsidy removal. So I would like to get your thoughts in the comment section down below before I move over. Meanwhile, there are concerns that vehicle owners may abandon CNG if the queues persist and prices continue to rise. Some spent up to 1.5 million naira or more to convert their petrol-powered vehicles to CNG. Now with the price increase and long queues, many may have to return to petrol. The government has been trying to convince the people that this is a cheaper fuel and fuel. The government sold it to marketers at a reduced price. In reality, the difference between CNG and petrol is no longer significant. When you see some refilling stations, the queues are as long as 1.5 kilometers. This is not encouraging. Adenyi Paul, a ride-hailing driver, told the channel. Contacted, Louis Iba, the spokesman for the Minister of Petroleum Resources, said he was at a function with the minister and could not talk. The NNPC could not be reached as it only announced a new spokesperson on the past day. If you watched the video to this point, kindly drop your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And I'll see you in my very next video.